Hey family, I've been thinking a lot about the word average. It's a quiet word, right? It doesn't scream, but for some of us, it's the loudest thing in the room. It's this persistent humming anxiety that we have somehow settled into a life that was meant for someone else, someone less ambitious, someone less us. You know that feeling when you're lying down, awake at 2 a.m., and you start doing the math on your own life. You count the years since you graduated, the jobs you have had, the dreams you used to talk about in high school as if they were certainties. And you realize that on paper, you are exactly where the statistic says you should be. You're on track. But that's the problem, isn't it? Being on track feels a lot like being stuck on rails you didn't lay down yourself. We're the first generation to be haunted by everyone else's potential. We scroll through 1,000 lives a day, seeing the peaks of everyone else's mountains while we are just sitting in the valley of in between. And it creates this terrifying uncertainty. You start to wonder if your best years are currently leaking through your fingers while you wait for your real lives to start. The fear isn't that we are doing badly, it's the fear that we are doing fine. Because fine is the death of extraordinary. We are terrified that we accept where we are right now. We are signing a contract that says we'll never be anything more. We mistake contentment for giving up. But the deeper I look at this fear, the more I realize it's a trick of perspective. We are obsessed with the destination, the there, that we have turned the here into a waiting room. We treat our 20s, our 30s, our middle ground years like they are just fuel to be burned to be somewhere better. But what if there is no better? What if the uncertainty of not being where you want to be is actually the only place where growth can happen? If you were exactly where you wanted to be, you'd be finished. You'd be a statue. The act you feel that gnawing sense that you're meant for more, that's not a sign that you're failing. It's the pulse of your ambition. It's a proof that you haven't gone numb yet. So maybe it's okay to be in the middle of the curve for a while. Not because we are staying here, but because the average is just a baseline. It's the ground, and you have to stand on the ground before you can climb the mountain. You aren't behind, you're just in the middle of the story. And it's a lot harder to see the plot when you're the one writing the sentences. So, I'm learning to stop apologizing to a future version of myself for not being there yet. Because that version of me, the one who has it all figured out, the one who finally made it, they don't exist without the position I am right now. They are built out of this messy, average, uncertain days. They are the harvest. But this is the soil. Maybe the fear of being average is just a misunderstanding of what it means to be alive. We spend so much time looking at the horizon that we trip over the miracle of the step we are actually taking. If you feel like you are behind, just remember the clock is a human invention, but the pace is yours. You aren't late, you aren't lost, you are just here. And here is the only place where anything real has ever happened. So, take a breath. You're doing better than you think.